What's up, YouTube? Night's Edge here again. Got another little quick review video for you of a really interesting knife. This one's courtesy, again, of Mr. Eddie _ 411 on Instagram. Go check him out. It's because of people like him that I get to review such really super nice knives like this. This one is headed back to him after I get done with it, unfortunately. But this is a really nice knife. This one is the Tactile Knives Archer. Really cool knife. A lot of awesome machine work that went into making this thing. Custom knife, I would say, semi-custom at least. All USA made. Excellent knife. So we're going to talk all about it. Let me go ahead and see if I can get through the specs and the measurements and all that stuff without getting too sidetracked here. So, overall measurement from the tip of the blade all the way to the butt of the handle, you're looking right at about 8 1/8 overall. Blade length, if you go from the tip all the way back to where that choil is intersects with the handle, where the blade pretty much meets the handle on the farthest part, you're looking right at 4 inches. And if you do just cutting edge, you're looking right at 3 5/8 on the cutting edge. So pretty good, what I would say is a full-size knife for sure. Get the calibers out here. Make sure I got them zeroed out. So thickest part of the spine, you're looking at 122 thousandths. And behind the edge, where the edge meets the flat, you're looking right at 27 thousandths. So not especially super slicey, I would say, if you just look at the measurements on it, but this thing is a really good slicer. Handle thickness not thick at all, under 1/2 inch, so that's a good thing. Do some size comparisons here. That's a Spyderco Paramilitary 2, Spyderco Para 3, so definitely larger than both, but not too much shorter. Overall, it's actually a little bit shorter than the Paramilitary 2, right? A lot more cutting edge though, so that's a good thing. Those two get two more out here. That's the Doug Ritter Hogue RSK MK1, and that is the Hogue Deca. So you can see it's larger than both as far as cutting edge goes, but right around the same kind of size as the Ritter Hogue overall. They really did good on this one as far as blade to handle ratio. That is the Ontario Knives Rat Model 1, the Ontario Knives Rat Model 2. So Rat 1's got it beat just a hair with overall length, but with blade edge, you definitely, are getting a lot more out of the Archer for sure. Now, got that out the way, we'll go ahead and do, let's see, get out the scale here. Now this thing is a full-size knife, but they definitely did a lot of internal milling on here. I'm looking at it from the side for weight reduction, and it's fairly thin. So 4.4 ounces, that's not bad at all. A little over the ounce and inch ratio. You're talking about a 4-inch blade, but not really noticeable at all. So we'll do it one more time just to make sure. 4.4 ounces, not bad at all on that. Put the scale back up here. Get the blue jeans out. Pocket clip is awesome. Goes in and out of the pocket just fine. Milled titanium pocket clip. No complaints there. Not totally deep carry by any means, but you don't have too much, kind of sticking out. So that's definitely a good thing, and nothing to get hung up on in there either. So definitely a good deal with that. It's not reversible, so that's one downside, I guess, about it. But you can't left-handed carry, so that's, for lefties, that's kind of a bummer. Maybe They might actually make a left-handed version of this. I'm not sure. So, but that is kind of a downside to this knife, which I really haven't been able to find too many downsides on. I mean, this, not left-handed carry is pretty much the only thing so far. So, get the T8 bit out. Hardware check, captive pivot. That's awesome. Good deal on that. I'm trying not to scratch this at all. So that's T8 on the pivot. Over travel stop T8. Detent that you can adjust right there. T8. Pocket clip screw. T8. Body screw. T8. Every screw on this thing is a T8 with a captive pivot. To me, that's an A+ 100 as far as hardware goes. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, so all the specs out of the way. My overall thoughts on this knife, or we'll go ahead and move into ergonomics, I guess. Ergonomics on this thing are really good. Choke back like that. Choked up, you can kind of put your finger right there on the flipper a little bit, but it's not very comfortable. You can put the tip of your finger a little bit on the back side of that choil, but that's not really what it's for, right? So, choke back though, no issues there for me. So that's pretty comfortable like that, You can definitely pinch grip this thing. Put your index finger over the spine, middle finger here, thumb here, you can pinch grip it pretty good like that, do pull cuts and stuff like that. Opening on it is absolutely fine. You can use your middle finger and do the reverse flick. Kind of like the Spidey flick. You can use that fuller hole right there for that. That works good for that. And you can use the flipper tab, which also works pretty good. You can light switch it, no problem. I can fail the flipper, I believe, but it's hard to. It really is, So with it standing straight up, putting very little pressure on it, yeah, it's it's near impossible to fail the flipper on this one. So really good with that. Really beautiful on this one in particular because you got the purple carbon fiber inlays on this. The blade steel is M390 on this one. I had to ask Mr. Eddie what the blade steel was on it because not only did he not send the original box, but it doesn't say anywhere on it, right? If you'll notice, there's no billboard of any kind anywhere on it. That's awesome. The only thing actually that tells you what knife company it is Tactile right there. So that's a great thing to me. It's real subtle. No issues there. So that's another wonderful thing. The handles are beautifully contoured. They feel really nice. Great jimping on the spine on that back spacer right there. And that's another good thing is it's got a really nice back spacer. So the hardware is all anodized. Custom anodized hardware. The lock bar, what I'm looking at on their website anyway, the insert lock, as they call it right there, is 14C28N steel, right? So that's a good thing. And with that being M390, this is a pretty corrosion resistant knife too, I would say. Good quality all the way around. Balance, looking at the balance being right about there, right behind the pivot in that kind of little area. So, pretty perfect, I would say. Really nice blade shape on it right there. I guess you could, it's definitely not like a Persian, or anything like that. I'd say it's kind of like a straight back, would be the proper term for it. Straight, not upswept, but straight coming off on the spine all the way down to the tip, and the belly swooping up subtly like that. So yeah, really, really, really nice knife here. All USA made. Tactile knife companies out of Texas, and this is the first Tactile knife that I've ever handled. So I'm pretty impressed. It's a really great product, it seems like. I don't know how they're more production knives like the Rockwall or you know, the what's the other one that Tactile has, the Maverick. I don't know how many of those are. I haven't tried them, but if they're anything like this Archer, man, this thing is awesome. And you got a cutout there for your, it's a frame lock too, by the way. You got a cutout and even a little bitty jimping on the frame lock. You know, it's an awesome little touch. It runs on skiff bearings. This one comes pre-installed with skiff bearings. You know, that is another awesome thing about the knife. So really just an awesome pocket knife all the way around. Not many complaints at all. You know, I mean, it'd be good if it was somehow left-handed carry. Yeah, I really can't think of much else. I could probably do with a version without the flipper myself, you know, just because the thumb hole opening is so good, you know. But I really don't have an issue with the flipper either. You know, it's got a little jimping up there. It's nearly unfailable with that flipper, so no issues there at all. So Tactile knife, Archer. Overall, I would definitely gonna put this in my recommended knives playlist. USA made playlist. It's got some really cool stuff about it. I am also, yeah, I think, yeah, definitely gonna put it on both of those two playlists. So very impressed with this one. The price on this one, they run around $550 to $600, and they're sold out everywhere right now. I'm gonna link Tactile knife in the description down below. You know, just the Tactile knife website, but they do drops, you know, random drops of these. So just kind of, you know, listen to blades in stock, or get on like a blade forum or any kind of knife group or stuff like that, and it's not that hard to figure out whenever they're dropping. You know, just like any other knife, you just kind of keep your ear to the ground and be in the right groups and right place and right time, and you'll be able to get one. You know, like I said, if you have the money to pay for it, it is really expensive, but it is well worth the price, in my opinion. You know, all USA made, wonderful product. Tactile knife go, Archer. That's about it, y'all. Appreciate Mr. Eddie let me borrow this amazing knife to check out and do a review on. And I appreciate everyone for watching the video, subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me, helps me out a lot. Hitting the like button, you know, everything, any kind of interaction you do, commenting, liking, especially subscribing and watching the content definitely helps me out. And I really appreciate everyone that's helped me out so far, and means a lot to me. So I'll see you guys on the next one.